Here's a quote from Josh Buice, a PhD, pastors of Praise Mill Baptist Church in Douglasville, Georgia, and founder and president of G3 Ministries. He says this: "The difficulty with social justice is that it appears to be virtuous and sounds Christian." Of course. I mean, think about that. How could a Christian not be for social justice, right? Just hold your horses. When it's being employed by Christian leaders. However, social justice is one of the most devious and destructive movements the church has faced in the last 100 years. You see, Betlers, are not Christians, is it not right for Christians to pursue justice?
Yes.
To pursue peace? To pursue unity? Of course, absolutely. These are all biblical mandates. But to pursue justice is not the same as pursuing social justice.
Yeah, and this touches on sort of the cultic aspect of this, because they use doublespeak, which you see in a lot of false religions and cults. Like when you look at...
They change the definition of words.
Exactly. Like when you look at Islam, they'll say it's the religion of peace. Well, the way that they define peace is completely different than the way that we define peace, because Islam, actually, the word means subjugation, and that is their concept of peace. When they dominate the world under Sharia law, then there will be peace.
That's right.
So this is like many cults in that aspect, where they're using words that sound like such good words because we have a certain perception of what those words mean, and they're saying something completely different.
That's right. So the actual definition of social justice is this: justice in terms of the distribution of wealth, the distribution of opportunities, and the distribution of privileges within a society. That's the definition, totally different than the definition of justice or to be just. And understand, so whenever you are a part of the social justice movement, you are not for justice, you are for social justice. So you've got to look at the definition of social justice, the redistribution of all those three things. But you got to understand this as well, is that this is a forceful ideology, meaning you do not have the luxury for an opinion. You don't have the luxury of a choice rather you would like to distribute your wealth, whether you would like to distribute your opportunities or your perceived privilege, okay? It's not a choice here.
Right.
This is the end of what they would like to achieve: the absolute distribution of wealth, opportunities, and privileges. And we're going to, we've talked about it before, and obviously a post-capitalistic America and, a post-Christian America.
Yeah.
Because ultimately they're coming after the church. Whenever we look at we've talked about on the program before, the cultural hegemony: white, male, American, cisgendered, straight, able-bodied. The last one there is Christian. It's Christian. They're coming for the church. Christians are deemed, the church is deemed in the social justice movement as privileged and a part of the inherently racist system. And to purge America from all racism, they cannot do that without destroying the church, often from within even. So, definition of social justice: justice in terms of distribution of wealth, distribution of opportunities, distribution of privileges within a society. Well, what's the actual definition of just? The actual definition of just, which Christians should be for, it means guided by truth, reason, justice, fairness, done or made according to principle. It's equitable, it's proper, it's based on right, rightful, lawful, in keeping with truth or fact, true, correct. Listen, you're going to have to tune in for a long time for me to get to these points. But the social justice narrative is not based on just. It's not based on rightfulness. It's not based on lawfulness. It's not based on truth. It's not based on fact. It's based off of storytelling. It's based off of either falsified narratives with elements of truth and elements of falsehood, or just outright lies.